I'm Quehegan, and we are playing Need for Speed. This is the version that was released on the 3DO. Just give me a moment, I'm trying to make sure everything's set up, because my 3DO I haven't had on in a very long time. But yeah, this is the original Need for Speed. It was made by Electronic Arts, and it was vastly different than the ones that followed. I actually enjoyed this one a lot more than in the later versions, because in this one it was kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just nostalgia or something, but pretty much you had, the controls were very weird in this part here, because like, okay, let's see.
All-wheel drive helps put the VT's 400...
I'm trying to remember how to change the vehicles now. Okay. No. Okay, this is weird.
All-wheel drive helps put the VT's 400... All-wheel drive helps put the VT's 492 brake horsepower to the ground. Up to 15% of...
Okay, let's see if pushing... No, B starts that. Let's see, what does C do? No. Press A. What does that do? Oh, okay. Okay, well now that I've actually... It's odd, you had to actually... Well, I guess you might kind of make sense, but you had to press select to select your vehicle. Or get out of that menu. There we are. I always liked the Corvette. Basically what you're doing is you're racing against another guy. And it's the guy here with the glasses on. And it's the 90s, so you have to remember that when this game was released, so that's pretty much how the style he has. It's kind of very unusual. Okay. I always like the cockpit view that they had in this game. Oh. There's the different views. Oh, there we are. Couldn't remember how to start the race. In this game, you actually see it actually even turns the steering wheel for you. And something that took me a long time to figure out, but there's when you pressed the depending on where you pressed on the control, like you're on the D-pad, depending on how hard you would actually turn the wheel. If you use the upper left or right, the upper right side of the D-pad to steer with, it turned really slow. If you use the just left and right, it turned a little bit quicker. And if you use the lower left and lower right, it turned really quickly like that. And that was actually kind of an interesting way to discern between the different types of how you would actually, how quickly you wanted it to turn the steering wheel. But yeah, in this game I like, because if you see, look in the upper left, it says 107 and everything, the countdown. That's my thing, there's a cop, but there's a cop chasing after me now. So basically, the good thing about this game is that, I mean, right now, where I'm playing on the lowest level, the cops are pretty much outrun very easily. But on the higher levels, the tracks are a lot longer. And they are, the cops are a lot better. But in this game, I'm trying to make sure I don't hit anybody. But I remember when this game first came out, it was, the graphics were oh no, I mean, when this game first came out, I was blown away by how good it looked. And now I look at it, and I'm kind of like, wow, it just looks so out of date now. But I mean, gotta remember that also the time that it came out, that the games did not look anywhere. I mean, this was, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say to compare if you weren't alive during that time. You just don't know how. I mean, you were used to playing NES, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis, and just the sound and how and the feeling this game had when it first came out was just astounding. And then when you actually, the console had a lot of great games on it, but it also had, its fair share of crappy games too. I bought my 3DO, I believe, at a store called Magic Mart. It was where I'm from. There was a store, it's kind of like Walmart or Kmart, and I believe that they bought the overstock that like other companies couldn't sell, and they distributed them through their stores, and you were able to, and that's where I bought the game. That's where I bought the system. Oh, the brakes already? I bought the system for maybe,
Oh, man and steel, becoming one. Yeah, you waxed my ass. Congratulations.
Yeah, this, you can tell it's, but yeah, the system is actually, you can actually now, like there's different parts of the race. So now this actually is the second part. This time now I actually I remembered how to actually start off and actually got a better start that time. That little triangle you saw at the very beginning is where you want to have your RPMs when the race starts so you can shift into first gear and actually take off. He's blowing his horn at me because I cut him off. But yeah, when I bought the system in the 90s at Magic Mart, the system was already it was stopped being produced, and there's no more games being produced for it. And it just I was just kind of got lucky on that I actually was able to pick one up, because I think they only had like 5 or 6. Like my brother got one. He got the FC1 model, and I got the FC10. Because it's pretty much that and they had a Gold Star one, but we had heard that there was compatibility issues with it, so neither of us got that one. And there's the couple about to pass. And so yeah, when we got them, we also bought a large number of games. I think I have about 28 games for the system. Probably my favorite ones are Need for Speed, Road Rash, Killing Time, Brain Dead 13. Those are probably my favorite ones for the system. I'm actually probably going to do a few little videos on some of them to see, to show everybody what they are, because it's actually a really good system. Also, since E3 was going on, it kind of got me nostalgic to play some old video games, because it's like, wait a minute, all this new stuff coming out, how everybody's going to change rules about how used games are being able to play used games, if you can sell them and things like that, and just to kind of go back and see how when you could just go to any used game store and buy a game. Oh, almost spun out there. Also, in Need for Speed, when you put it on to more higher difficulty levels, there's black ice, and basically the road's slick, but you can't see it when you get at the higher elevations. There's a lot of different rounds in the in the game that you could play. Cause like this is just a cityscape. There's like also in the mountains and a few others. But yeah, this is pretty much how the game is. You're racing your opponent. Like I'm right now I'm playing on the easy difficulty, so that's the reason why I'm so far ahead. Not really much is going on. Oh no, don't hit the cop, because it instantly captures you. And the guy makes fun of you for getting caught by the police. But yeah, there's the checkpoint.
Buried my needle and took it further. Congratulations. You wasted my top speed, man.
Maybe that was the end of the race. Yeah, because on easy level, it's very the races are very short. On the higher difficulties, they get a lot harder. Okay.
Full throttle, red lining, muffler burning, turbocharging, paint peeling, blistering, son of a gun! Welcome to the Wall of Fame! First to the finish and to the victor the spoils. It's all under the hood, man.
Yeah,
and you took it over the line, baby, way ahead.
All of these
way ahead.
Cinematics are very cheesy. I mean, the acting wasn't horrible, but it was never. But yeah, you can actually city, alpine, coastal.
From the tranquility of suburbia to the pandemonium.
Man, I think this is where you actually change your difficulty. Yeah, auto shift, intermediate. Yeah, these races take quite some time. I think there was a. Okay, no, it's not on here. I thought there was actually somewhere there's an option to change it to black ice, but yeah, that's the look at Need for Speed, and I'll probably be showing a few of the older 3DO games to see, just to kind of satisfy my kick on nostalgia right now and see, but I might see a few other big game systems also, but right now I'm kind of on a 3DO kick. But until next time.